on social media, people think of influencers along consumer and producer lines. So when you think of yourself as a product, you start thinking, how do I differentiate myself? How do I strive for recognition? And you become no different than like a Tide Pod or a pack of M&Ms. And that's why I think that's so wrong, because we are people. And so while you may entrepreneurialize your persona, you cannot lose who you are. You can't lose your person. So my #1 golden rule is do not let your touch screens make you lose touch. And I think that that goes along the lines of asking ourselves, what is true influence? What is an influencer? And so in Latin, the verb influence actually means to flow. And when we are in a state of flow, I believe it's when our personalities and our purpose align, right? I mean, think of the people, the greats, right? Even the greats on social media right now. Larry King, The Rock, Will Smith, Liza Koshy. They are all so authentically them. It oozes out of them, right? And so people connect with you when you are authentically you. So I think it's the same.
Well, how has that changed us?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think it's changed us in a lot of ways, for better and for worse. One of the things I've been thinking about lately in terms of the social movements that we're going through in our country is the way that social media has helped and hurt us in those. I think in a positive light, it's given a voice and a platform to a lot of minority voices that were being pushed down or not heard previously. It's democratized information. We have access to resources and information like never before. On the other hand, I think we have sort of this public trial where people are mobbed by angry Twitterers and often guilty until proven innocent. And that goes along the lines with these sort of echo chambers that are created online, and you can also call them filter bubbles, whereas we're only seeing articles and people and opinions that are like ours. And so it's creating less conversation and more outrage.
Like everybody's a journalist, right?
Citizen journalism.
That's what all this is, blogs. And
consumers have become creators.
but we could send out lies, too.
Well, I think actually the Arab Spring was a great example of that, because the Egyptian revolution was started with one single Facebook page. And on the flip side, it was also brought down by misinformation and rumors online. So there's always a positive and a negative. Just to your point about citizen journalism, there was a blog in 2017 by this woman named Katie Kelly, and she was the reason that the Manafort investigation started, just because of her blog. She was interested and curious, walking down the street. Also the Boston bombings, right? I think people were filling in a lot of gaps with information, with video, where journalists weren't able to be. But I think it's really important to build community on those platforms, which I think is threefold. So one is follow people who inform, educate, and inspire you. I unfollowed every Kardashian about 2 years ago, and I don't say that to knock them. I say it because we are consuming so much information, and if you are what you eat, you feel and you are what you consume. So I was looking at all these Kardashians that were obsessed with material things. Instead, I followed professors and educators and writers and people that were filling my head with good, important information. And what I was thinking about on a daily basis changed.
Why do so many people follow the Kardashians?
Honestly, I think they have great hair and makeup and clothing. And Instagram is an aesthetic platform. And so, one, we're all voyeurs, right? It's human instinct to want insight into people's lives. That's a component of it. There's a component of the hair and makeup and wardrobe. And then I think there's this lavish lifestyle that people don't see on a daily basis, you know? But I don't think that's what we should be striving for, which is why I unfollowed them.
That's right.
Okay.
That would be a mistake, because it's empty.
It's empty. And I think social media can feel so empty so easily, so how do we insert meaning? And that's when you start following the people that really inspire you, and you build community with those people. So you engage with their content, you like, you comment, and those people become your community, and they will engage with you.